Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode on our podcast. Today, I have with me Jenny Cato. She is an energy and alignment coach, and she's also the founder of The Life Edit. She helps women in transition release what's weighing them down, whether it's in their homes, their minds, or their bodies, so you can step fully into the life that you're meant to live in. Through her signature blend of movement, mindset, and rituals, Jenny guides women to unlock their authentic energy and feel clear, confident, and fully expressed. So, Jenny, we're so glad that you're here today. Can you tell us a little bit more about what got you started in this career?
Yeah, I like to say I'm a professional wanderer. So I've attracted to pieces of different types of healing. And going through a divorce 7 years ago, that was like a huge upheaving of a life transition. And in that was kind of the decomposition of what I always was, and then getting these pieces together. And I found myself attracted to styling and to putting on different clothes that I hadn't worn, maybe the red lipstick that I wasn't wearing. And I felt myself coming back to life. And throughout like the last 6 years, it's been this beautiful journey, finding myself and seeing this pattern of women feeling stuck, especially after like momhood, you lose yourself and or a different career and these like huge life transitions. So it started off as styling, and I had a clothing store and got into closets and could really see how like other women were just struggling with like what my body is different, my life is different, I'm different. I don't know what to wear, I don't know how to wear it. So it was a journey of styling, but then like a deeper healing of who am I and how do I want to express myself in the world in all the ways. So it's been a beautiful, like holistic journey, which I love connecting with you and how you do trauma therapy and nutrition and this like wellness. I love like this wellness mixed with style. It's just been such a fun, sweet spot to be able to like see myself and other women come to life again and like feel like themselves again and then get energy, not because of caffeine, right? Because like they're connected to who they are and expressing who they are becoming and who they're longing to be, because we're always changing and growing, but then we get these places where we're stagnant. Uh,
Mhm.
so like getting out of that stagnation, what does that look like?
Yes, 100%. And I'm with you on that. And you talked about as far as all the transitions of life that we go through. So,
Yeah.
being a mom, going through divorce myself, all those pieces, it's that
Yeah.
finding who you are.
Yeah.
And so, what have you found whenever it comes to a lot of your clients, what you do? And I know you do life edits, closet edits. Tell us
Mhm.
a little bit more about what that is first, and then we'll talk about the process in there as well.
Yeah, I think we like to get started in the closet, and I've really found the sweet spot of if you're feeling stuck, getting rid of clothes, getting rid of them. Like literally, it's amazing how you would never guess the impact. But of course, we all know when you get rid of clothes, it feels so much better. Like it feels nicer. But um, it's fascinating how what started off as styling and has turned into what aren't you. That's how we discover who we are, getting rid of what is not us. And so, going into women's closets and helping them part with the emotional connection that we have with the past clothes that we don't fit into anymore, that's out of style, and helping them get rid of that. And I mean, I personally love a full, deep closet edit, getting rid of all of it. And I have a little freebie too that I love so much is a whole 30 days, one little thing a day, because it can feel overwhelming,
Oh,
right? Like
100%.
go through, oh, you don't want to do. That's why I love getting into and doing it with someone because it's like 4 hours. We're ripping the band-aid off. We're like making their closet a sanctuary. And then from there, I see so much release and so much weight lifted. Do you know we have 400 emotional experiences a day? Imagine how many emotional experiences you have just when you wake up and you're trying to get dressed, and your brain can't process what I used to wear, or it'll see something that you can't fit into and you'll feel bad about yourself and you'll feel bad about your body and be reminded, oh, I need to lose that 10 pounds to fit into this. I used to be this. So it's crazy how much we absorb and keep in our closet that's stuck energy. So what I've stumbled upon is this cool releasing what no longer benefits or serves you, releasing stuck energy in your body, and which has, stretching and movement, but moving things that are no longer benefiting you. If and connecting, it's cool too to like help women connect with their intuition of, does this feel right for me? Because we can overthink it and be like, well, maybe I'll wear this. Well, and there's just a lot of
Yeah.
indecision and a lot
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
just back and forth. Like we're
Yes.
kind of tormenting
I
ourselves.
know. Yeah. And as you're saying that, it makes me think. So whenever I got divorced, I went and purged my entire closet.
Yeah.
Probably not the smartest thing that I could do.
You're like, now I need clothes.
Because I didn't have anything after that. And I was like, I only kept clothes that were black. Like, that's my
Uh-huh.
favorite color. This is what I love to wear. Didn't care. And so I got rid of a lot of clothes that actually did in some ways bring life, but there's so much emotional attachment to a lot of things that you talk about. And so there's a lot of women that we work with, and even here in the audience listening, they're attached to so many different things, clothes, a penny. My kid, oh my God, when we're purging her room and her toys and everything else, she'll find a letter, like a piece of paper. So and so wrote me this in the whatever kindergarten, and I
Yeah.
just have to keep it because it means so much. I'm like, sis, throw it in the trash. They don't care about you. You ain't even seen them. But we do. We have so much emotional attachment to our clothes or our things. And I mean, you can't take them with you when you go. So,
And there is a lot of fear attached to it. And
yes.
there's a lot of fear of the unknown.
Yep.
And that's a big hurdle to, to change your life. You have to jump into the unknown. But like we had the gift of being forced into the unknown. So then you just got it. You have no choice. So
Yeah.
all right, bitch, let's go.
Yep. And
Yeah.
and that was it because I did ask myself, am I ever gonna wear this again? Now, some things that were emotionally attached, I was like, burn that shit, throw it
Yeah.
away.
Yes. It's symbolic. It feels good. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does.
Crazy to even a physical, like in your house, like clothing, yes. And also just when you have these physical items or furniture or whatever, and you feel this like drop of energy and this like, ugh, gotta get rid of it. It's amazing to like start your life over. And then you realize going through it, I'm like, you don't have to get to the end of burnout and of like, you can do it before. You can edit your life and you can get rid of things before it's this huge life transition that you're purging. Little baby steps, but it's beautiful to like get rid of
Yeah.
stuff. Your clothes, you got rid of a whole bunch of them, and then what happened? So you had your basic black.
Yeah, I did. I kept them all. And then I went down a rabbit hole of shopping on Shein for just random cute, but things that I had never worn before.
Yeah,
Was not like I was like, what can make me feel expressive?
yeah.
What do I like? What is expressive? Who am I? So I did go down this journey of this whole new identity of like, who am I? What do I like? What do I love about myself? What do I want to wear? What do I want to enjoy? Now, red, I have this vision of myself. So one of the exercises that I give with my clients whenever we're in a trauma session. At some point, we're going through the woman in the room, right? And it's this woman who just comes in, she's in her full feminine energy. She graces her presence in the room and she commands the room. Like all heads turn, they're looking at her. You know who this woman is. She's really you, but like we're trying to find her. So every time I did this for myself, I saw myself wearing this red dress that was like sparkles because I'm a Leo, so we got to bring some of that in there. And
Red
so
is
it just shined and everything. And I'm like, girl, I'm still trying to find this dress. I'm like, at some point, and red is not my favorite color, so I don't understand.
it is a Leo color though.
It's a feminine. It is
It's
more so black and gold are typically your Leo, but it is more of a feminine. It's a feminine masculine color, is what it
yeah, 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 that makes sense. So you still haven't found it?
is.
You
We're still
tried
searching
some
for it.
red dresses? I
Yeah.
will find it for you. You would
I believe it. Tell me where you find it. We'll have to spend a day together doing a shop.
I love it. We'll go shopping. It's so fun.
So tell us, I know we've talked about as far as life, you and I have had conversations about women and, nutrition side of things, body images, all of this. Tell us how the guilt, the shame, the body image issues that come in, how do those feelings come up whenever you're doing a closet edit with somebody?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's so much emotions that come up. I remember one girl who I was helping her become unburied in her home because I'll do organizing in general. I like the closet. I like organizing anything. And we got to her kids' room that you couldn't even walk in and just um asking her about getting rid of or selling some of her stuff. It just, it's freeze mode and it's shut down and crying. So it's a lot. But I just love going through this process of it's a really, I mean, I feel like I'm a very gentle person and not like you have to get rid of it, but connecting you to what do you love? Like you said, like what makes me feel good? And I just love connecting women with their intuition. And with we don't really realize that there's this resonance of blah because I think we're so used to feeling, or I was so used to feeling blah in general in my whole life that um, I didn't really realize that I had permission to feel good. So to give women permission and to have them curious about what feels right, and then when they're starting to try things on or their body insecurities come out that they don't like certain parts of their body. It's just giving them so much grace and kindness. And like, I see how beautiful we all see the worst in ourselves. But women are just stunning. And to be able to like give how I view them to them in a way so that they can embrace their curves and
Yeah,
then figure out, okay, it's not the curves, it's the pants. The pants are the problem. It's not me. And reframing it. And I just love how like a new perspective changes your life. So
it does.
different
Well,
perspective.
even styles, they change your mood, they change your energy. When you get dressed in a certain way, or, even whenever we did, so like me and my partner, we did date night this past week and it was different. And it was just like, oh, he's like, I don't even know what I'm gonna wear. His typical is like jeans and a polo. And I was like, cool. Well, I put my jeans on and I was like, yeah, nope, kind of feel like a busted can of biscuits right now. Like,
Yeah.
so but I started looking through and I'm like, I have these rompers that I bought that I was like, every now and then I want to wear a romper. Well, then I remembered why I don't wear rompers when I had to go to the bathroom while we were there.
You're like, I
To
got
take the whole thing off and I'm like, God, this is not shorts. And so, but I felt cute. I felt me. Like I just felt expressive. So I do fully believe that different clothes, the way they sit on you, the way they look on you. I mean, most of the women, that are in this audience, or some of them will say that they're the typical like the bigger the clothes, the more that I get to hide,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? So it
Yeah.
comes in with that shame or that guilt or that blame. And this is why, we do what we do on our side, the trauma healing, the nutrition, all those aspects of body health, but holistically. And so, yeah, it does. It plays into so much. Do you do any type of color patterns and stuff with people? Like what looks good on them versus what doesn't?
I mean, and the rabbit hole of the cool tones and the warm tones and
Yeah.
the gray,
Yeah.
that I'm not an expert on that, but I love that I can pull out people's what I can tell what people are lit up by and what they gravitate towards. And so it's just affirming like their natural
Yeah.
inclination. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen some of those Instagram reels with those color people, and they're like the cool tones, the
I mean,
warm.
I have the certification and a whole book, and girl,
I
it is,
don't I
it
don't
is
get it. There's
hard.
sometimes I look at people and I'm like, oh, I think I can figure out what your color
I
is.
know, I'm
And
like,
then other times I'm like, what do you like?
yeah, like your cool tone, your warm tone, but then there's like it's the intricacies of the coloring. I just like to have people try it on, and then we'll like see like, oh, and then also you light up when you wear certain things. You just
Yeah.
like you come to life, or you're just like, "Meh." So that's really how we base it.
Yeah. And also like colors, obviously colors mean different things and people
Yeah.
attract by different,
Yeah.
styles, different colors, whatever they see, patterns. I'm not a pattern person, but I'm looking at that gold pillow behind you. If you put that up to my face, that would be like the ugliest thing on the on
Not
the
work.
whole planet
Not
for
work.
my face.
But I feel like you would look beautiful in like a really pretty light green, almost sage color.
So I
And
have done greens. I do
yeah.
like greens and I do some blues. My biggest thing is if my eyes turn green because they're hazel, so they'll kind of change based on what I'm wearing. It took me forever to solidify the blue.
Yeah,
I
a
would rather than blue, not green. And
blue.
well,
Yeah.
sometimes green would make them green. I'm like, no,
You don't want them green?
no, I like them blue. I've always wanted them to be blue.
It's amazing that you can change your eye color. I
I
wish I
know. They'll have hints. They'll change. My kids are just brown eyes. They didn't inherit my genes.
yeah, that's cool.
So let's go into what's one must-have piece that you feel every woman should have in their wardrobe, something that masks her feminine power, all those pieces. What's something that you think?
Hmm. I mean, I feel like it's important to invest in a couple of really nice jeans that make your booty good, that it get in your, cinch you in your waist just right. And it's a lot of trying on of jeans to really find like that perfect fit. But I feel like the basic staples. It's important to have like a really nice quality bodysuit, tank top. Like Aritzia is my favorite place to shop because they have the highest quality at the most reasonable price bodysuits, so you can layer it really well. So layering pieces, a white, a black, a blazer or a jacket based on, and I think the jackets are like, I love denim jackets, I love blazers, and well, it's something to try on and to really feel out what kind of jackets or blazers work for you, feel good, but it's all in the layering. And people are like, oh, la, 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 in your with your outfit. If you layer well, and that's where we have a hard time. So I'd say it's highlighting the places in your body that you love the most. If you like your chest or your arms, just finding high quality staple pieces to accentuate those. And then to have, pants, top, jacket, and jewelry to be able to like mix and match, I would say.
I like that. I like that. How many outfits do you feel that people should like standard have in their closet?
How many outfits? I
Yeah,
mean,
like days a week or something like that. I know that's a hard thing to ask
I
you.
feel like if you have a staple wardrobe where, I mean, the goal is every single thing in your closet you love. You love it.
We don't pick and choose the same thing over and over, you mean?
We do pick and choose the same thing over and over. And that's your staple wardrobe. You can have just that with, they say that if you're more of an athlete, my goal is comfy. I want to feel like I'm in pajamas but it's like cute pajamas. But I think high quality fits really well, good fabric and texture. Like texture has become a thing to me where I used to do, you know, discount stores and I'll still find some stuff, but like cheap fabric versus a nice fitted white tee that you can wear over and over. Girl, you can have like so many different amazing outfits with staple pieces. So it's like you're only wearing 20% of your closet anyways. So letting go of the 80%, but then if you have a dressy occasion, what percentage of the time are you dressing up? What percentage of the time are you needing to be in business wear? That's the percentage of clothes in your closet. So it might be a small percentage of other things that are all staple pieces, but you can mix and match so amazingly with high quality, really great staple pieces that fit your body really well, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that. If
Mm.
you were to look at my closet, which I think you should come at it.
I want to. Let me in, let me in. I just love creating closets to be like it's like a sanctuary. Like you
Yes.
create experiences.
You know what? Back on that, because you said that in the beginning, my closet used to be like my space that it was like a walk-in closet as a kid. And it was carpet on the bottom. I had two racks. I probably had the biggest closet in the house and the smallest bedroom. Didn't care. It was all about the closet because
Yeah.
I'd go in there and I'd go sit in my closet. I would just sit in my closet. I remember doing that as a kid. And then when we play hide and go seek with other friends that would come over, I'd hide in my hamper because it had like the little flap on top. Nobody could ever find me. I
Yeah.
every time. Like it'd be like an hour later that like we quit. But I enjoyed sitting in there and just like my clothes, like it was my private little sanctuary. I'd bring my little journal in there, I'd sit in there and color in there, all those kinds of things. It was just my space. So
Yeah.
I love that you say that because it should be something that you walk into, not something that you dread, but
Yeah.
something.
You're starting your day and you're putting on clothes that you're going to walk into the world and live in. And you go out in the world in a baggy t-shirt and sweatpants versus um an outfit that makes you feel snatched. You are walking differently. You are a different person. And that's a cool thing. It's this identity, changing your identity. That you can actually, a different perspective changes your life. I lived for so long the same type of way in the same type of person, but even though I'm like the same person, editing your mindset, your how you look, I mean, it affects every single part of your life.
Yeah, your music does too.
Your music, that is important. What kind of music do you listen to?
So it depends. If I'm trying to get in a quiet space, I'll
Mhm.
typically listen to like frequencies because if we add words to it, I'm just going to be singing along.
Nice.
But I'm very attracted to music and just the way that different sounds of instruments are and the way that a song comes together and how people build the chorus and everything. If I don't like the beat, I ain't gonna like the words.
Yeah,
You can have the best words in the world, and I'd be like, this is the stupidest song on the planet.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm very attracted to beats and sounds and like how they are. I don't know, there's a certain vibe.
I mean, music really is that language that goes beyond words. It affects your soul. It's deep, deep, deep. Do you sing? Are you a musician? No. Are you a dancer?
In my private space, in the shower.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, see, if we go down the rabbit hole of astrology, my moon is in Cancer. So words Oh my gosh, when there's music playing or somebody serenades or we're joking and singing in the car, that speaks thousands to me than just you know, than just us going to a concert and just listening to our favorite band.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
You're a Cancer. My bestie is a Cancer, and she has the most incredible playlists that she puts together. Her playlists are out of this world. I wonder if it's because you're just so highly emotional.
Yeah, so Cancer moons are, because your moon is your emotions, right?
Mhm.
And that will appeal to your creative side and like what you bring out. So me and my kids will have dance parties in the living room,
Yeah.
and we'll just turn on music, whatever they want to listen to, or we'll do some throwbacks. We'll go to, mommy's throwback days, or even the 80s or the
Yeah.
70s, the 60s, whatever.
Yeah, I love
And we'll just put music on and we'll just literally laugh and dance and sing and cut up and do all of that. And it changes you. Like it empowers you in so many different ways, just like clothes do. What you wear, how you dress, you're wearing, jewelry. I'm not much of a jewelry person, but when I do put jewelry on, everybody's like, oh my God, something's different about you. I'm like, bruh, I put in an earring this morning. Like, there's nothing different about.
it much to turn heads, okay? Just some earrings, okay?
But even then, like your hoops versus your like
Yeah.
little studs or whatever.
It's
Yeah.
crazy how little details can completely change everything. Yeah.
So makeup, do you focus on makeup and all of that? I know you said lipstick,
You
but
know,
like,
I honestly don't, with clients, I don't touch on makeup, but I could. I've done makeup for
yeah,
people before. I didn't even think about that. Like that is a part of it. Yeah.
something else to add. Because I will tell you, my kids will tell anybody and everybody, mommy doesn't leave anywhere without her eyes on. Like if I'm not wearing
Like
mascara,
the auntie that the little girls are like, wow, like watching do their makeup. I always love makeup. Yeah.
my middle child loves to put on makeup. My oldest one, she puts
Like,
it on, but she's like me. She's rush, rush, rush. So, one thing that we've been paying attention to, my middle child is slow on everything. Like, she's a Virgo sun and a Taurus moon, slow and very earthy. She is just so grounded, so down to earth. But when she's brushing her hair, girl, that little girl will literally brush her hair like this and just keep brushing.
how old is she?
She's literally 7.
My daughter is 7, and yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
she's just like, Mommy, like, look at my hair. And I'm like, how many times does it need to be brushed? Like, you just done. And she's like, no, you have to brush it. And I'm like, oh my God.
That's her ritual. That's her
It is.
humility, her bringing it back to herself. I do tend to spend time in the bathroom. I think that's a makeup. It is like a ritual thing.
Yep. She
Like,
does. She does
get
the
ready
same thing.
mentally, physically.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's so focused on like how she puts on her makeup when she does wear it. She does her lipstick. It's why her face is always perfect when she does put on makeup. I'm
Mhm.
like, girl, I don't even wear this much makeup and you look fabulous.
Yeah, my daughter's good at makeup. I'm like, you literally are a professional. Like, how'd you do that eyeshadow technique?
That's my middle child. I'm like, let's figure this out. You got something to teach mommy. And she's like, can I do your makeup? And I'm like, well, you can use mommy's expensive makeup on mommy's face, not the.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
But yeah, and there is something different whenever, so like self-love. If we look at self-love, we've been talking about self-identity, but self-love and self-worth, those are big pieces too. Especially the work that we do with clients, it's all about becoming a queen. You see all my crowns back here. I
Oh,
do work with a couple of men, so I've got crowns for kings.
I love it. Yeah.
But we talk about your queendom and like loving yourself when you put your clothes on. How do you put your clothes on? Like I said, my middle child teaches me a lot how she brushes her hair. Everything she does is just a form of self-love for her. She is loving herself as she's
Yeah.
changing her identity right in front of you and transforming herself.
Love
It's
that.
so amazing. And I'm
And
like,
and that is such a huge component of the identity work that we do. And such a complex thing, this self-love and looking at yourself in the mirror completely naked,
yeah,
just really it's and the clothes. and the makeup are a physical representation of who you want to express yourself as, but it's not a covering up of or a not being who you are. It is accentuating and expressing yourself to the fullest, while also it's such a deep work, really, to fully love yourself is a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
we are
it is.
in a society where there's a lot of shame. Oh my God, so much shame that we feel our bodies aren't perfect, our face isn't perfect, but is that getting into the mirror and just being like, oh, wait, what am I feeling? Let's, you know, redo this. What's happening? What is my internal self feeling right now? And making sure that we can, I mean, freedom of movement and dancing is hard when you are beating yourself up. So to really like get rid of the blockages that are in your way is a beautiful thing, even like as it translates to moving throughout your life,
Yeah.
physically, dancing, and in life.
Well, you can't, like we always say, you can't beat your body into a certain way. You can't punish it to get there because then you're just deeming more punishment. You're still saying you're not worthy enough for the good of it.
Yeah.
So, and that's a lot of pieces that go into that self-worth aspect. Am I worthy? Am I enough? I love what you said about, putting on your clothes and your makeup to express yourself, not cover up yourself, not to hide
Mhm.
behind. And that's
Yeah.
true because a lot of times that is what we do.
Yeah. And I love how you have all those crowns. Like the Lord drew me to, and I've never been this type, but I just had to have this experience. And I was like, why? But I'll follow after the inclinations that I get. And I participated in Miss Tennessee, and I did a pageant last year. Never was the pageant type, still not the pageant type, but putting that crown on.
Girl, it changes you.
Yeah. Have you done a pageant?
I did bodybuilding.
Ah,
I
people
did
did.
bodybuilding.
I was not the pageant type. I'm not the president's wife type of, but they did say I should do like a bikini competition because I was like, hey, you should do bodybuilding or bikini because that was where I felt more comfortable. Just to be like elegant and like royal was not mine, but it showed me and it helped me become that. And when you have this crown on, I mean, it's a deep process, a deep work of what does that mean to be royal, to step into your royalty, your sovereignty, your leadership. And
Mm.
that was just not, that was a weakness of mine before, and still something that I've been processing and working on. But it's neat how that just shifted everything.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it does. It will continue to. Keep wearing the crown. It
Okay.
changes.
Okay. I'll walk around with the crown.
Look, that's what we do. My clients, if there's chores or something that they don't like, we'll tell them, put your crown on, walk around with it. How does it change you and how you walk? How does it change in how you hold your head up differently? How does it change your view of things? Like be royal for a day and continue to be royal more often because this is your reality. It's your queendom. How do
Yeah.
you want it to go? So I love this. It's been wonderful. Before we go, can you share with us just some tips or tools? What's one thing that they can take away right now that they can go into their closet, they can do or look for or whatever?
Well, I mean, I feel like when people are saying I'm stuck, what is my first step? This is not closet, but it is a life edit step to be radically honest with yourself, right? Like also radically graceful with yourself. Taking a journal, going to a coffee shop or in nature, and really thinking about who you want to be and where you're at and where are some misaligned pieces and then in the life edit we work in the spiritual, the physical, all the different realms of what parts of your life are feeling off. But as far as closet, get rid of the clothes. And I mean, I have this incredible nonprofit that we donate to.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yes, talk about that.
Well, the Hope Bus is here in Nashville, but I'm hoping that we can have Hope buses all throughout the country because it's just an incredible organization that she has a bus. She fills it with all the clothes that we don't like or wear anymore. It makes us feel like shit in our closet, so we get rid of it. It's a new home, and she goes to shelters, and works with domestic violence women and like women who are recovering from sex trafficking, like the most unimaginable experiences. You can give those clothes another life and you can
Mm,
start a woman's life over. This is like not this is a big freaking deal to like help facilitate a new beginning. And I think it's just so beautiful that you also are beginning again when you release the things. So release everything that feels blah, that you don't like, even if, and what I do is if I have multiple white shirts and I always lean to one shirt and I never pick the other white shirt might be perfectly fine. It's not for me anymore. If I never wear it, it's not mine. It is someone else's, and it always finds a better home. There's someone that I'll like, give to my friends or whoever, and it just always works out better. So it's such a joy to get rid of the things that we don't wear, and then using all the same hangers, all one hanger.
yeah, I'm guilty.
Or wooden or white or whatever, but just visually, like giving our brain less because we already are so overstimulated in life, having a very peaceful environment that is even we go into boutique mode, okay? When you're at a boutique, the hangers are just they're exactly the same width apart, and you just get to
Yeah.
come in and choose what am I gonna wear today?
And they don't look messy. Like those wire hangers, when something moves to the side and then it like pops up on one side. That's so
I
true.
hate
I'm thinking about the
it.
closet right now and I'm like, I use different kinds of hangers.
It gives you that more of that exciting, wake up and get dressed vibe.
Yeah, it does. Well, thank you so much for being here. Tell us what the freebie is. What are you offering to them? How can they come find you and work with you?
Well, I'm at jennycato.com or on Instagram, it's Jenny Cato. And then if you sign up for my emails on my website, you'll get a closet edit freebie. So it's 30 days of each day, just a little fun task to do that at the end of the 30 days, you'll have a full professional closet edit.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get this. Although I've already done the purging point, so I can check that box. There's
Perfect.
nothing left to
Got through
purge.
that. Then you'll have, because in it, every day is like putting little bits of system in place. So, and then making it more of like your closet that you like stared at and you were sitting in when you were a kid. It just,
Yes, go
like,
back to that.
yeah, your own special place.
I
Mhm.
dig that. I dig that.
I
All
dig you
right.
for having me. You're great.
All right, guys, we're going to put all those links below. Please, please, please go get her 30-day life edit. I'm telling you, even getting connected with her, she's amazing. She's wonderful. Her
And
heart is,
also, I work one-on-one with people too, 3
yeah,
months, a full life edit if you want some, professional bestie to be like, girl, get rid of that. Girl, let's see. Accountability. It's great.
yes, yes. We'll put all those links below. Go have at it, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side.